Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Vibrance. My name is Mark. I'm your DM for this evening. I'm here with this lovable band of players, but before we get into the introductions for the guys, we're just going to have a quick overview of the other streams on Penny Dragon Games going on at the moment. So, DM Richard and the gang are back tomorrow, and the Churn gang have found out that the God Thief has been at it for longer than anyone knew. So much that it seems that the current gods stole their places from the previous ones, and tomorrow the party are going to face the truths and plan for the future. And then on Sunday, DM Ben is back with the Cloaks of Mindhelm, and the party fend off vicious draconic mutants and a mysterious underwater menace, while Andy on death's door fights for her life. Will she survive, or will any of the Cloaks even survive? We'll tune in on Sunday to find out. Then next Tuesday, the Fellowship of the Fallen returns, and Cryovane has been slain, and the Fellowship stand victorious on top of Icefire Hold. Only problem now is that some opportunistic thieves are coming to see what plunder is to be had. You can also catch the VOD for the Saffron Saga on Penny Dragon's Twitch right now. With the character which defeated, the party made for Templetown, but not before the wizard set the place on fire, making a lifelong enemy of Little Imp, who was hoping to live out its days there. And then when they eventually got back to town, the party immediately split up and someone got arrested. Who got arrested? Well, only one way to find out. And then you can also catch the VOD from last Sunday's Violet Madness game as well. And the gang have all been shrunk down to size and are currently navigating through the human body. So far, they've fought blood cells, different kind of variants of coughs, kidney stones, but they're not in the clear yet. We don't know what lies in store next, but I think everyone has a fair idea. So for all the maps you see in tonight's game as well, they're created by myself, and you can find all of those and more on my Instagram and Twitter page at Stiglitz, or stiglitz.maps on Instagram. And with all that aside, let's introduce our heroes. First up, we have Ben.
Hello, my name is Ben. I play Kobu, a creature of beginnings unknown, who is essentially a small tree trunk that's been animated to life. If you picture woodwoads or any of the small woodland creatures from the Legends of Zelda games, that's basically what I look like. He is recently, he's very Deku, or Koroko, I suppose, is the other ones from the Wind Waker. You have ideas about characters when you start a stream. I thought he'd be a pacifist. He has found a thirst for blood.
Yes.
I'm enjoying exploring that. These adults around him
murder toddler that we brought with us.
Yeah, a little bit of
Yeah.
Chucky going on here.
There really is, but I'm having a lot of fun finding out who he is and finding out a little bit about me too.
A little bit of self-discovery going on. I love it. Cool. All right, next up then we have Craig.
Hey, I'm Craig. I'm playing Gendry Longshadow. He is a halfling, sort of a bit of a diviner character that got into a little bit of detective work as he was kind of coming up, and that's how he started making up his name. Mechanically, he is a bard 4, a sorcerer 5, and a wizard 2, so his character sheet is a big pile of soup, but he's been a lot of fun to play and sort of discover as well. Although quickly losing patience with this LeBlanc character as things proceed.
It's fairly safe to say everyone is losing their patience with LeBlanc. They lost patience with him as soon as they laid eyes on him. Cool. Next up then we have Wayne.
Hi, I'm Wayne. I'm playing Zarin Brighthammer, the justice-seeking half-orc paladin / sorcerer who keeps forgetting that he can heal people rather than beat the living crap out of them. He is a protector of those who cannot protect themselves, who he believes is pretty much everything, which includes his buddy Kobu, who's been questing with him for the last 3+ years, as they right wrongs in all the wrong places, basically. Zarin is an angry individual at the best of times and a less angry individual at the least of times. So that's pretty much Zarin.
Nice. Okay. Next up then we've Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I play Jun Obara. He is a long-tooth shifter, samurai fighter, Path of the Beast barbarian. He is the goodest boy. And turns out that teeth and claws are very good at shredding scarecrows. Very satisfying.
Very effective indeed. Yeah, you just ripped one asunder actually last time, right?
Oh yeah, I got a crit on those claw attacks, and that poor scarecrow did not know what hit him.
Yeah, just over the tomato hedges, like the other guys were just seeing like lumps of straw and stuff.
You just saw like a blur of fur, and it's just.
Oh yeah, that was excellent. Last but not least, then we have Orla.
Oh, I'm Orla, and I play Mina, a halfling, a musically inclined halfling of unclear magical origins, she's just vibing. It's tough. She's been working the gig economy for like 30 years now. And she's on the grind, and sometimes to make a survival omelet, you've got to break other people's life eggs. And that's just where
that's a common phrase in this world, right?
It is now.
As the old idiom goes. So,
make a survival omelet.
She's just trying her best, and she's also starting to lose patience. She's a pretty upbeat person. She's pretty happy. She doesn't worry too much. She's survived just some truly ludicrous things. She's not really worried, but she's also started to think like, all right, this was fun for a hot minute, but now this is starting to annoy me now. I don't like this. I don't like how many people that weren't trying to kill me that have died. And I don't love this sort of stage show situation that's happening. Feel very much like I am improving in an otherwise scripted rehearsal. So yeah, she's suspicious. She doesn't like this anymore.
Patience is worn thin, and we got to get that phrase on a t-shirt or something. That's cool. Yeah, so with everyone all here and accounted for, we'll just do a brief recap of what has been going on in Vibrance up until this point, and then we'll just tear straight into it. So you guys first arrived in town, where you were immediately greeted by the friendly bartender Rick, who kind of gave you the lowdown of what was going on in Vibrance, saying that, anyone who's been here on average for about 4 days tend to lose their minds and kind of assimilate into the life and culture of this boring, colorless old town. The only way he was able to kind of retain a bit of, himself was by drinking the colored liquids that are in like different buildings all across town of a corresponding color. So you guys straight off the bat went and infiltrated the House of Blues, where he destroyed LeBlanc's supply to the color blue, as which from the colors he gets his strength and power. Then moved on to the Orangery of Seclusion, where he destroyed the orange color. And then last time you guys went to the Cherrywood Farm, where the supply of red has been destroyed. So without further ado then, I think we left it off last time with you guys rocking on back into town, wondering where the next port of call is going to be.
I wanted to head towards the docks. There was talk of a gang in a black warehouse, and then there was also the greenhouse situation. I think they were in the same direction. Was my vague memory of that situation.
Yeah, the greenhouse is
that way.
It's behind the castle, actually.
We also wanted to make sure that Rick didn't see us too soon, because we're hoping he might forget that we cut off his source of memories. So,
which eventually he
or I also did have some. I had some reservations about how quickly we trusted him. In hindsight,
maybe a bad.
And I'm not saying. I'm just now starting to question. I feel like there was. I feel like if LeBlanc is powerful enough to be doing some of the things that he's doing, we should have met more resistance by now.
That's what I was going to say. Like last session, we were kind of talking about like we all came together as a group, and we were like, we still don't know anything, and if this guy is so annoyed that we're breaking his vats of colorful liquids, then why is he not doing more to stop us instead of just being like, oh no, don't do that, you're going to regret it.
I mean, maybe
It's a bit
maybe it's because
suspicious.
maybe his power is really specific or something, and he can't. It's not really fighty. I don't know. Like maybe there's a logical explanation. I'm just feeling a little about it.
He may just be like hyper overconfident in himself, and that we won't be able to do it.
I mean, I've seen it before for sure. But
Yeah, but on the other hand, you'd think he'd be
that's not
applying
to
some more
assume
pressure.
that though. Yeah, for sure. But also, like, if we get there and it turns out he's a glass cannon, he's just been talking big, we kill him in a few minutes. We go home. We get a round of drinks. Great.
Yeah.
We all laugh. If we assume he's just talking shit and we turn up there and then we all get murked, I mean, then we're dead. And whose round is that?
Yeah,
I guess all of ours, if you think of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, greenhouse on the way to Black Market then?
Yeah, the black market. That's what I was thinking. Black warehouse. I don't know where I went with that. That makes a lot more sense.
But I mean, also, LeBlanc's house is like right there. It's like right up that hill.
should we
This is
go
what I'm
in?
saying. I don't think we should go in. I don't think we should go in.
We could ring his doorbell if he
because
has
again,
one, but then run
And
away.
then run away. Really.
And then when he opens it, we won't be.
I feel like we still don't know enough for
That's
that.
probably true.
Wait,
don't.
Did Kobu not shove his arcane eye into like one of the tubes underground?
And then it got dispelled when it got to a
Yeah.
certain point. It like hit a field or something.
Were we not thinking about maybe there's something, maybe an underground path could be something to consider in the future, or instead of going straight?
Kobu was
like,
a little nervous about Kobu as a magical creation.
yes,
He was feeling a
yes.
little nervous about hitting said
That's
dispelling
true.
field. And those members of the party with magical items probably wouldn't love it either.
That's a fair point.
If we are going to the greenhouse, we better go soon.
Let's go now.
Night falls.
I assume we're walking and talking.
Yeah.
We're good
It
at
was an
this
Aaron
now,
and
for sure.
Sorkin moment.
Yeah. Let's not say how much we distrust Rick right outside Rick's place.
He's just right behind the door, just going.
Yeah, he's just like
And we were on that we had said we were heading in that direction, whether we went to the black market first or the greenhouse first. We were still heading in that, so I assumed we were walking that whole time. Also, I mean, speaking of people not overhearing us, I mean, I think we need to work off the assumption that LeBlanc can hear us most of the time. And she starts
that's
flipping
probably
off
true.
the air.
Zarin is keeping an eye out, like looking down the streets as he's walking. Do we see anyone? Do we see anything? Is there anything out of the ordinary or less ordinary than this?
Say that again, sorry.
So, like, Zarin is keeping an eye out as he walks along, looking to see if there's anything. There's like looking down alleyways, just keeping an eye out in general. If there's anything suspicious on the streets, is it just all empty or?
It's it's all empty. Like you see as you're walking past, like just mundane kind of just houses and shacks kind of thing. And as you're walking down this particular path, you can see that you're kind of approaching a kind of like a park area, I suppose. Like it would be a green, I suppose, if you were in a normal city. But it's just these dull, lifeless trees and kind of foliage plants, shrubs, things like that. But they're all obviously grayed out. As you do kind of approach this corner to turn into the park, you do see this kind of large, like kind of angular building. So it's like a triangular shaped building, but it kind of arches at the back, so it kind of slopes, like a ski slopes kind of thing. And right outside the front door, it's just ivy climbing all over it. And you just see a little kind of sign out the front, and it just says the mortar and pestle on the front of it. It's where that little number 5 is. Other than that, the other buildings are just dwellings, kind of nondescript.
And the mortar and pestle, like the sign that's outside it, there's a bucket pocket
Oh
area?
yeah.
What,
So
like, what does
there
like,
would be a picture of a mortar and a pestle with the name, I suppose.
Okay. That's here. Okay.
Yeah, and the other buildings are just you assume to be like dwellings or like just little kind of rundown shacks or houses, things like that.
I'm just going to look at the window into the area of the actual front of this mortar and pestle place and see if there's any movement or any life to the building.
Sure. Yeah. First thing you see when you look inside the window of this place is this kind of short but stout lizard folk in a fancy doublet, sitting behind the counter with a monocle, and he's like smoking a cigar.
That's adorable.
Everybody, there seems to be an individual in this place here.
I assume that there are people in most of these buildings.
Well, this fellow looks quite fancy.
Yes, he's a distinguished gentleman.
Yeah, that looks like a cool guy.
I mean, okay,
one
like
cool
do we want to talk to him because he seems like a cool guy?
Yes.
Is he in color?
He is not.
Mina, he's smoking a cigar, which means that he might be able to make you a star. He'd be like, "Hey, kid, I'll make you a star."
Kiddo, little buddy.
That's why you'll always be second best. See?
See?
Always make sure there are at least two people in a meeting. Look, two other people in a meeting. That's my advice for you. Coming back to this thing, we can go in. I don't mind, but I don't think if they're not in color, if they don't have any color on them, I don't necessarily think they have any power here. It seems like that's the pattern. The people have like power over have something.
I will remind you that Rick wasn't in color either.
Yeah. Zarin just turns. We are looking for information, are we not?
Okay. I mean, let's roll.
All right.
I'll rock up in there with you.
Kind of move up towards the front door. Is the door open? Is it locked?
Nope, it's open.
Push the door in, walk in.
I'm walking into.
Yeah.
As you walk into this very interesting smelling store, you get all these different types of aromas. Very smoky, pungent kind of aromas. You see this lizard folk. He just puffs out a big plume of smoke and wafts it away. And he says, "Well, what have we here? Customers. Well, I say, haven't had someone walk through the doors of this establishment in quite some time. Welcome. What can I do for you?"
So it's probably a clearance sale then.
Yes. And looking around, you can just see like shelves and shelves of all these like different vials, bottles, containers, things like that, all filled with they're all grey, but they're all different.
I'd love to talk to you about. I have a lot of allergies, and I would love to talk to you about where you source your ingredients, and if you keep like lists for all your products, if you keep like ingredients lists that I could check, and where you source those, because that would be really helpful for me if I was picking anything. I was raised in a very organic environment. My parents were gardeners and herbalists too, so like I have to be so careful what I take.
Well, one cannot be too careful when perusing the different types of flora.
You look like you know what you're talking about, so I felt like I'd be safe.
Well, I know a thing or two indeed, yes, and I source all of the fine ingredients we use in our tinctures and tonics from the greenhouse.
Oh, where's that?
Oh, in the center of town, isn't it? In the park.
Oh, I'm new.
Yes, I can see that. You seem to have your wits about you, unlike the other poor souls around town.
Oh, so few people say that to me.
Yeah, well, yes, it goes hand in hand with those who are well versed in the creation of tinctures, remedies, and tonics. They seem to put us in a different category, people.
My mother would definitely agree.
And when you say that, you hear this in the back from behind the curtains. This black smoke just emanates from behind these velvety curtains, and you hear this like a yelp, and out then kind of like almost comically like tumbles a tall and very slender lizard folk wearing a kind of white kind of lab coat type situation, and its face is just blackened with smoke, and it's just holding like 2 beakers, and he just kind of tumbles on out, and he doesn't like say, he just speaks in like that raspy, dry lizard folk type tongue. It's just yipping and snapping, and this other the shorter lizard folk, he says, "What are you doing? Trying to burn down the entire place? Get back in there and get back mixing your tonics." I say, apologies for that. It's my brother. He's
family, huh?
Indeed, it's quite not quite too generous with his measurements. Tends to overdo it sometimes.
I had an uncle like that once.
Once, yes.
You seem to be quite lucid compared to some of the other individuals. Here, tell me, are you from someplace else?
No, unlike many of the residents of Vibrance, I am actually not from Vibrance, from this realm, but kind of stuck here like everyone else, I suppose. But still not immune to the effects of the big man up on top of that plateau in the middle of town. But my brother and I, we swipe some green colorings from the greenhouse every now and again, and that keeps us sustained. Lets us keep our wits. And I say I hate to be a boring individual like the rest of them. Not being able to do my experiments and create my potions and tonics and such.
So you imbue this colored liquid as well?
Yes, my brother and I, we drink the green coloring that we procure from the greenhouse in our excursions there. We're gathering ingredients and whatnot.
And is this the greenhouse? Is that like a botanical garden? Is it like a pre-book system, or is it sort of, are there opening hours?
Well, it's closed up and locked indefinitely, but and he'll reach in from inside his doublet and produce a green key. But I do have this. It allows me entrance whenever I need to get all of my ingredients. LeBlanc otherwise would keep it quite locked up.
And are you working on anything interesting at the moment?
This and that. Is there anything in particular that would take your interest?
I think, whatever you found the most challenging recently. It's always fascinating to hear a master at work,
Well, I'm not quite sure what would be of interest to you fine folk, but things along the lines of these potions that make you braver, potions of heroism, things like that. Potions of water breathing, poison resistance, you name it. I have it.
Might I ask, have you at any point tried to duplicate these colored liquids? Being a person of well-renowned, I'm sure, potion brewing and tonics and stuff, this is another liquid that contains some form of arcane ability. Would it not?
Actually, it's weirdly not arcane. That's what's so weird about it.
Indeed, it would be. It would be prudent of me to test the liquid before consuming it, of course, which is what I did, inspecting it. It seems to be an amalgamation of the colors siphoned from everything in its immediate area. It rids itself of the other colors, maybe filters it onto the other parts of town where it's harvested. But for example, the greenhouse, anything that's most of the green in there is just absorbed into this color, which is why I'm sure LeBlanc farms color. If you have been to any of the other places around town, you might notice that
we've seen them.
There's an abundance of color
from
particular places. Yes, indeed.
Do you know what LeBlanc is doing, color?
One can only surmise, my friend. But roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
I've been working on. I feel like I should get to do that. I've been working on this guy.
Why don't you go ahead with a check as well? Or if you want,
I'm waiting for my chance to roll persuasion.
Go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Could I do intimidation instead of persuasion?
Sure. How are you intimidating?
I'm kind of looming. I take it if he's the lizard folk, he's quite small.
Yeah, like he's just like on a stool.
He's like 2 feet.
And I'm like
tall.
this. I'm gonna lean over.
I got
like,
16.
Like, do you say you can only surmise? Please, surmise.
I like put a hand up on my friend's shoulder, like, chill.
No, I get like
we don't want another receptionist situation.
Yeah, so I have with myself. I gain proficiency in intimidation skills. I've got a +6 intimidation. So
nice.
Here's hope and 19.
Oh, 19 will do it. So, you try and like get Zarin back, but he's obviously too angry. Too well, not even angry, just pissed off. And so this lizard folk just got the cigar falls out of his mouth. He's just like he picks it up and puts it out. He's all frazzled and stuff. And he's like, well, my assumption is that he uses it to either better himself, keep him sustained. It might be like food for him. It might be something that keeps him. Something that sustains his influence on this region, this city. Other than that, it's guesswork. But all I can assume is that he locks himself up into that castle with all this color feeding him. I can only assume that it is of some sort of it's of vital importance to him if he never leaves his own dwelling.
I just want to turn to I'm going to turn to Mara. I'm just going to ask just you real quietly, like anyone, actually the group, real quietly. We've only ever seen an illusion of this LeBlanc creature, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
it's never been him. It's always an illusion.
And it's always a pure white individual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a thief.
Like his namesake.
So we don't know.
It's really on brand.
We don't know what the real LeBlanc looks like.
No, because that kind of illusion could be literally anything. I mean, it's a kind of an unusual form of illusion because it seems long form, because I never get the impression that he's nearby when he's using it, because I would see him casting it. Well, if he was within 30 feet of us, but also like we're walking around what's happening, I feel like he's not there. But he's doing some kind of long distance casting, which is very interesting, but also,
So for all we know, he could look like a giant, colorful slug on a bed of color.
Oh, I hope he does.
I mean, yes.
Giant slug.
Yes. I'm having a thought, but that's not about what you said, because what you said is crazy.
Gendry,
does it?
Yeah.
Do you think, given that this is a wizard's type apothecary and they have to go to the greenhouse, while we're whispering anyway, should we just try order everything so they need to go get ingredients and then just...
I was going to try a similar approach, but in a less crazy way.
We just order everything.
Or
ask what they don't have, the rarest thing.
Kind of. And I kind of turn back out of our little weird huddle that we're doing. So sorry about that. Very indecisive as a group when it comes to our needs. I would love to learn more about your harvesting process. Would it be possible for you to take us to the greenhouse so I could see how you work?
Well, I don't see why not. What is your business there? I ask.
We want to order everything.
Okay, sweetheart, I got this.
We want your entire stock.
Well,
we'll take it all.
You couldn't afford it, my friend.
Okay, everybody have. I'm actually, and this is not. I don't need to roll with deception. This is true. I'm actually. Oh well, I was about to actually. Now I have a DM question. Sorry.
Okay.
In this inbuilt universe, are we using regular D&D deities?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm actually raised in the Temple of Maliki, and so it's like a whole thing. If I go too long without doing like a whole thing, being around, nature and stuff, and it's tough for me because I live in a city. It gets a little squirrely. Also, I'm fairly certain my mother can just tell, and she'll just, you know. So I would love to just be there and experience the place for a little while. But also, I'd just love to keep talking to you about what you're doing.
Well, very well, very well. Well, I can certainly show you to the greenhouse. I don't tend to stay there for very long. The place makes me quite anxious,
Why?
Colin?
Yeah, what? Why does it make you anxious?
Well, I only nip in and get what I can every now and again, but it's eerily quiet. There's nobody there.
Well,
There's creatures and there's an aquarium. There's a bug wing. There's, aside from the plants and things like that. Who tends to them? I don't know.
Interesting. Well,
And
any point you can just
is...
leave us, there, and you're not obligated to like. I have to do a whole meditative process, and you're not obligated to sit through that. I mean, that would be really unreasonable of me.
Oh, very well, very well. I don't see the harm in leading you up to the door. You will find that the main area of the greenhouse has been sealed off. It's closed by a series of locks. So if it is the main atrium of the greenhouse you're after, I'm afraid it's quite inaccessible. You can see it through the thick glass from the outside of the room, but it's quite impenetrable, even by magical means.
But there's like an outside area that's also full of plant life that you use?
Yes, yeah. Well, it's not outside, it's within the greenhouse. It is.
Oh, it's like a double greenhouse situation.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, that's unusual. You would think it would be way too hot in the second greenhouse.
Well, it's more one big building, and there's like little sections of different wings that have, like either plants growing or like animals or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, well, just getting us in the first door would be a huge help.
Very well. I don't see the harm in that. Just
Surely the tank that you go to for your ingredients and medicines would be. That's where you want to. If you want to see Professor Honeydew work, then why don't you go all the way to the tank? That's probably where you need to do your ritual, Mina.
Well, I think I'll have to. I mean, I would love to see that. I just think it all sounds so fascinating. But I think I'll also just have to wander a little and really get a sense of the place. So I may have to see a little bit of everything,
Sure.
To really know in the moment.
Yeah, really
where
explore the
right
space.
place is. It'll speak to me, and I'll just know. Now, for the last little bit, she's bullshit. I need to roll something.
No, it's okay.
Only the first, most of us, the second half of all that stuff.
Yeah, no, he has no problem showing you guys the way to the greenhouse and like using the key to let you in and stuff. So he's bought it. Well, the truthful part. So, cool. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in the Mortar and Pestle before we head on?
Buy everything.
Again, he says, yeah, you simply could not afford everything here.
Coin by coin, I count out.
What
how
kind
much
of potions does he have, actually? Like, he said potions of bravery, but like functionally, does he have like a stock of potions?
He does. Yeah, he does.
Are any of them healing potions?
He has some healing potions.
Yes, I might be interested in purchasing some of those potions of yours.
Oh yes, would you like regular healing potions, greater healing potions, superior healing potions?
I'll take one of your greater healing potions.
Okay, yeah. It's only going to cost you 200 gold pieces.
Do I even have 200 gold pieces?
Yeah.
Let's see what I have. Oh fudge! Did I not write down?
I know you guys did have starting gold.
Yes.
You kind of had the choice of equipment, gold, or a little bit of both. So, I did not track that on your character sheets, though.
No, that's right. No, I used all of mine beforehand. Okay.
which is why you accepted this job. For money.
Technically, any coin you have can be fobbed off with gold because it's got no color.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair. No, so I guess like Jun considers it, but he's like, might have to come back for those.
I'm gonna just pull Gendry aside for a second, just kind of to ask him a question as we're kind of if we're leaving or if we're on the road. I just want to have a quick chat with Gendry as we leave. I'm getting curious or even worried slightly. I haven't viewed any of these liquids yet, for fear of what they might turn us into. But that's 2 creatures now we've seen that have said that they take this stuff to keep them aware. Do you trust it?
I mean, I was pretty quick to trust Rick, and I took his word on the blue stuff earlier, and I drank it and feel fine, and I also had some of the others, not all of them, mind you, but I don't feel any different. On the inverse of that, though, like we've been here a little more than a day now. How are you feeling? Are you noticing anything? Any slips?
Not. I haven't been informed by the fort wall that I am dying in any way. So
I feel fine.
The wall has just told me I feel fine. But I feel okay. I'm just. I have priorities. I need to take care of Kobu.
Yeah.
If something happens to me, and I lose my mind, or I turn on you in some way due to this lack of color, I don't know. Let's see what we find in this green place.
Yeah. But also, just kind of over the next little bit, do me a favor and just kind of check in with yourself, see if you're noticing any difference, and if you are, we have more than enough of this liquid on hand, and hopefully we can do something to kind of reverse the onset. We're not going to let you lose your mind. We're all getting out of here. I've already seen it.
Indeed. Well, let us move on, sir. Thank you.
Anytime.
Mr. Shopkeeper?
Yes.
Do you have a potion of Dragon Majesty?
No,
do you have a potion of Vitality, Growth, Advantage, Giant Strength, Resistance, Invulnerability, Invisibility?
I have some of those, yes.
Yeah, one of those.
Anyone at all?
Anyone. I don't want to know until I drink it.
Oh. What? Okay, so what did you list off here?
Vitality, Growth, Advantage, Giant Strength, Resistance, Invulnerability. I did. You don't want to give me the dragons one. That's a mental potion.
Oh no, he doesn't have that one anyway.
In fact, even if I didn't list it, delightfully, I pick up anything that looks green. That's the
roll a d6.
There's no color.
We'll leave this up to the dice.
Some of the green still exists.
Not in this room.
There's still a little bit of green. 1d6. I'm hoping it's miracle grow.
It's not.
3. Okay.
I just like, you don't have to say it out loud. You can message me or you can say it out loud. It's up to you, Mark. But as he hands it over to Kobu, Mina would be able to see what school of magic it was.
Okay. I just need to quickly.
And she's looking.
Yeah, I just need to do a quick little check then. On what school of magic it is.
Like Russian roulette, but potions.
Is this cursed? How cursed is this? What is the manner of the curse?
There it is. Okay. School of Magic. Okay, I'll send that on to you in just a minute.
Nice. Kobu will rustle his leaves and try to find coins and just go, this should cover it, and just all this money.
So this potion is gonna cut because it's so because of the random nature of what just happened. I'm gonna reduce the price of it a little bit.
That's called haggling.
Yeah. Do you have 500 gold?
I have close to, yeah, I should do. Hold on, maybe not. I've got 24 platinum, 52 gold, and then 3 and 3 for the tiny one. So I have about 300 gold.
Yeah, he'll let it go for that. I love this. I love this chaos.
I'll throw in a couple of leaves, and you go. You can smush them up into whatever you're making next.
Yeah, like I mean, he's actually interested in that. That's quite reasonable.
I was waiting for him to try and take snippings of Kobu as we walk.
Plant one of these, you'll get a Kobu in a week.
Oh no! Oh no! It's an army of Kobu trees.
And that would be like a clone situation too, because it wouldn't be like your offspring. In that context, it would be your clone, genetically speaking. Huh?
Oh god!
Especially if they like all share a consciousness.
Kobu.
It's like
It's a hive
mind Kobu. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe
There's
that's
The
why
possibilities here are terrifying.
somewhere there's a communal mind of Kobu somewhere in a deep dark cave with all the other Kobus
Mother
you're being
brain.
controlled by.
Biding its time.
Yeah.
All playing Ludo.
Turns out Kobu's a beholder. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh god!
Get into
It's like
the deep lore.
it's a wooden mind flayer of some sort.
And a leafid, if you will. I'll just go.
There we go.
It's already begun. Okay, hasn't even been an hour yet. Okay.
I just private messaged you that, Orla.
Hey.
Didn't actually specifically say what school it was, but I'm making a very educated guess. Alrighty. Yeah, so that is Jacobo. You are handed this nice kind of glimmering crystal-like, Erlenmeyer flask with a stopper in it.
No, I'm kidding.
I didn't even see that.
You explode. 20d6, please.
Kaiju Kobu just all over Vibrance.
It's like the end of Akira. Just...
Yeah.
Love that film.
We'll see if I even remember I have that. That's gonna be
Neo Vibrance.
Mhm.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
To my friends.
The Tyrion Shadowbane actually says, I recommend mixing all the colors together like a cocktail. Think of like a purple haze on steroids.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
can only end very well.
It can only end very well. That is the only possible outcome. Cool. Okay. Are we ready to advance, or is there any more business you would like?
No, I'm good to go.
No,
I
I'm
think
good.
I'm
Good to go.
Good to
I mean, Mina's
go.
gonna keep the plot mossing up as we go, but that's gonna
Yeah, that's fair. And as you guys are walking and talking, this kind of stout lizard folk is kind of keep trying his best to kind of keep up with you guys. Is just kind of trudging after you because he's a smoker, cigar, and he's kind of could you slow down, old chaps? And you eventually make it to the greenhouse.
very little.
What's that?
Gordon is on Scottish broadband.
Yeah, Scottish broadband, yeah.
Yeah.
High land, slow speeds.
Just blame Scotland. Oof, oof. Yeah, it does say my connection is unstable, but I guess we're just gonna wing it.
Yeah, but it's unstable.
It's
I know how
unstable.
it feels.
I
Well, I was
too
going
am
around.
stable.
I was gonna say that Mina only has little legs, so we can't possibly be walking that fast.
Half of this party has little legs, except for Zarin and Jin. So
Yeah.
It must be really frustrating for you guys.
Party.
Like
It is, 'cause-
I said at the start, we're gonna end up carrying most of these all the way through.
Yeah.
I
Actually, you up on the show.
mean, Mina loves to get picked up, so
Sure, yeah.
You're in a greenhouse now, so you might find a wheelbarrow around.
oh, that would
Like a-
be very useful.
she's basically just a cat, on top of a shelf or something. She's
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mark, I have to say, every map you bring us to, I'm instantly in love. You are an incredible
You're very
photographer.
nice.
Yeah,
Like,
great job.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So much so that Kobo's going to immediately run to whatever this is in the center. He's going to stand in the center of the circle. It's just
Oh, that's a fountain.
Zaren's going to go right after him. It's like
Fountain.
Helicopter parenting all the way.
So
I don't have a change of clothes for you.
He's only dressed in a few little bits and pieces anyway.
Yeah.
Did you get a waistcoat somewhere? Oh yeah, from the orange guy you killed.
He stole a coat.
Yeah, and I took something.
A red hat and a blue jacket.
Yeah, the red hat. I think I gave you the red hat.
Kobo is going to be like a rainbow by the end of this campaign.
Yeah.
Everything a Blanc wants.
Gonna have to find something green for you to wear.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so yeah, just to paint you a little picture, then you arrive in this this little kind of the edge of the park, I suppose, and the lizard folk kind of is just kind of, I don't have a token for him, but I'm just gonna plop him up here. He's kind of like fidgeting with this keyring, trying to get it open, and where you are, Kobo, you're kind of just in the middle of this fountain, with Zarin kind of, making a big old fuss over you, trying to tell you to get out and be careful and mind yourself. And half of the show says Kobu in his Technicolor Dreamcoat. And in this little dome area, you see this like thick layer of glass, and inside you can see a few trees growing, but beyond that, you can see the green canister things. Now, the glass itself is quite dense, quite thick, but it's still clear enough for you to see perfectly inside. And yeah, that lizard folk gentleman is kind of one arm up against the wall. It's like, I've opened the door for you now. I'm just gonna rest here a little bit. Folks walk awfully fast.
Thank you for getting us this far. Kendriel, I'm just gonna go take a look at that glass. I'd like to just like get a good feel for this. Is this magically warded? Is it extra strong? Or is it just like kind of standard glass?
Roll an Arcana check.
Yeah, for sure.
Please do not touch the glass, it disturbs the trees.
It's a 13.
There is something arcane about this dense glass, but not something you can really put your finger on specifically.
Can I put my finger on it?
You can indeed.
If your internet was slow, I was going to ask for you.
So both Gendry and Mina put their finger on it, and above it just as a sign saying, "Do not touch the glass."
Now they've smudged it. It's all gross now. Oh, that's sad. That's unfortunate. Someone's gonna have to clean that.
Well, I
assume it's an abjuration. I assume the enchantment on the glass.
I'll need an Arcana check for you to determine that.
No, you will not.
Oh yes, magic eyes! Damn it! I fell into the trap again.
It's a one-trick pony, but it's a good trick.
It is indeed abjuration.
Yeah, that's pretty much, that tracks. That's not so surprising, because that's the same. And I will say to the party, rather than in my own head, which is why I was originally going to say this, is one thing LeBlanc seems good at, other than illusions, is abjuration. He's got a lot of good wards. That's the one consistent thing with all the different places, because everything else is just banana cakes, like all the different things that he's got going on in these different places. Like he's got moving statues in one place and weird spas in the other, and then murder crows, scarecrow situation, like that horror movie nonsense. I mean, so it's all very genre bending, which I respect. But the one consistent thing, other than him being an illusion, is he loves his wards. This is the second time we've come against a good ward. That's interesting.
Can we?
Do you have any idea?
Sorry, Gendry, go ahead.
So I was just gonna say, do you have any idea how strong that ward is? Like just ballpark?
Well, no, I can't really say, but if it's the same kind of thing as in the Blue House, you managed to dispel that, didn't you?
That's what I'm thinking.
But it was hard. You looked like you were really concentrating when you did it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I was having a little indigestion at the time as well. But
right. Well, I don't want to tell you your business. It's just like I couldn't have done it. I can't dispel it, but that's not really my wheelhouse. So.
Yeah. I mean, I can give it a shot.
Do we want to do that right in front of our host here, who's waiting for us to go inside?
I mean, it's not like he could
Um,
catch us if it came to a chase.
You don't know what he can do.
Wow.
Have you seen that
Wow,
distinguished gentleman?
Gendry.
Genji, you're
Wow.
being quite chaotic at the moment.
The gloves are
Mina's a
fucking
bad
off,
influence
bitch.
on you. I don't like this.
Big words coming
Mina
from a
loves it.
halfling.
So you need to calm down, old man.
Mina's here
You're gonna
for
give
it.
yourself indigestion again.
Read him for filth.
Zaren's going to walk up to the glass just while they're having that conversation. Just try and peer in. Can we see through the glass?
Yeah, of
Can we
course you
see
can.
in?
Yeah, you can see everything.
So, just a question to the. I don't know if I can ping it on the map. To the left of the second canister at the back there, is there a doorway or something?
There's a door on both sides, actually. Yeah, you can see a heavily bolted door here and another one down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does look like there are ways into the canisters inside, but we may have to go through all sorts of crazy to get to them.
Yeah, like
Yeah, can I actually ask a clarifying question, Mark? I've just lost the run of myself and this map. This semicircular line that we're standing in front of, is that the thing that your man can let us through, and then the door is on the other side of this line? That's where the ward is?
So the ward is along these little glass things here.
Oh, okay, so that's, yeah.
The door's like over here.
The door is here, yeah.
We can just see those doors. Okay, that's fine.
Yep. You can see through the glass totally fine. Yeah. Those are the green tanks just teasing you, itching to be smashed.
I mean, I could hop.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I know that you can do this as well, Gendry, but we can't. It's the odd numbers again is our problem. But at least most of us could get through here magically. Just pop right into the tanks.
Yeah.
If we can't figure out how to get through the door,
is that not what
as long as I can see where I'm going?
Abjuration magic is stopping us from doing? Not to pull arcane rank.
I mean, mostly no. I teleport through this shit all the time. It's like I couldn't run through it, but it's it would have to be pretty next level for me not to be able to teleport through it. I mean, I could have in the House of Blues, we just didn't because then Gendry dispelled it, so there was no point.
I could teleport through it easily enough, but you would have to clear a space here for me to do it.
You could go last and not thunderwave any of us.
I can carry someone as well. But I'm worried, as much as I'm very eager to smash everything, this seems very easy.
Oh no, I assume when we get in there, the plants are going to try and kill us or something. I was sorry. Were we not all working off that assumption?
Pretty much.
Should I have said that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Shoot. Sorry.
What's the lizard man doing? What's our distinguished gentleman doing while they're all having this talk about smashing windows and going through?
Yeah. Again, one hand still leaning against the wall, and he's just like, you seem to be well versed in magic down there, but I've studied that thing, and it could prove to be a dangerous feat. That's quite high level stuff that's going on there. I'm not well versed in casting, but I know.
I guess I'll just have a little pray first, I guess.
Well, very well. Very well.
Have a little, and she's gonna just sit down, and I wanna the shenanigansy, but maybe let me wear this. Kind of sitting in front of the glass and looking into the chamber through the glass. I want to kind of study the plants and the way the ground under the plants is. And I want to functionally, it's like a survival, like as though I was doing tracking, like if we were to track something through the woods, that's the kind of vibe. But I'm just looking at it to see if I think that people have walked through there, or if it looks like if the ground, like the ground flora looks natural to me, like normal, or does it look like kind of fake, or does it look like someone's walked on it recently? Like that's just that the ground flora is all I'm really looking at through the glass.
Okay.
But I'm gonna like be doing a little like I'm having a little pray while I'm doing this. I'm sitting in front.
Okay, I might take a survival check off you, or nature, your choice.
Survival is a little bit better for me. Because unfortunately, despite my backstory, I don't have very good nature.
Whoa!
Oh,
damn.
damn.
Big.
Nice.
It's a 22. Really
That's
coming
from all
through
those.
clutch with the. Yeah,
from
I
all
mean,
those survival omelets you've been eating, huh?
Mhm.
well, look, yeah, it's the survival omelets, and look, she's the family disappointment, but she probably still knows more about plants than the average tavern performer.
That's fair. Yeah, and with a 22 and not 20 at that, you're certainly able to pick up a couple of things about this place. The tree bark on these 3 trees is not your run-of-the-mill, and they're fully colored, by the way. Well, sorry, the bark is grey, but the leaves are all green. But
Sometimes bark is grey anyway.
Well, very true. Good point. But obviously you can't like feel or touch the bark, but just visually looking at it, it looks too. What's the word? Kind of smooth, as if it was
Artificial?
Not even artificial.
Manicured?
Not even that. It's more like it was made from a softer substance than wood.
Oh, okay.
Like skin.
Polished.
Yeah, maybe.
A bit polished, a bit
It
smooth.
doesn't look as rough as a normal tree would.
Right.
Although I know
Really
you can have like smooth trees and stuff like that, but not these.
If I'm looking at it, it looks weirdly smooth. Okay.
The
Well,
other
note.
thing you notice is that the earth, like roughly here, is disturbed. It looks like, so we'll say the patch of vegetation on this side of the big tree is all like, smooth, kind of short grass, whereas here it looks like something was dug up and kind of patted back down again, but the grass is like mid-growth. There's still, you can see little patches. You can see that the earth has been disturbed there some time ago.
Okay.
You do not see any visible footprints or tracks or anything of that nature, though.
I communicate this information to the party.
One last thing you notice. You see little, those little garden signs you just like hammer into the ground. One would say turnips or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stay off the grass.
Yeah, you see a couple kind of posted here, but it's facing away from you. So like whatever is written on the sign.
Right, so it's on the...
whatever's written on the
We're
thing.
looking at the back.
This way. Yeah.
Cool.
It'd be pointed in the direction of anyone that comes through those doors rather than through the
Yes.
glass.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, as I'm certainly in to explore the spooky greenhouse if we're all on that route, but I mean, it's right there, right? Like we could take care of this and get on to another building, and like again, it's not like LeBlanc's going to stop us.
Oh, but we're not just saying that we still know nothing. And if we go around just destroying these vats, we're still not going to find out what this all means. So, smashing...
We don't need to, I mean, I did say last time, but it's just that Zarin was like really in his moment, so there wasn't a lot to be said. That we can take some of the liquid and not smash them. Like that is also an option.
That is a good. I agree with this alternative. I don't think we should smash yet.
However, myself and Zara a little bit about that sense. That
Orla, I completely lost you. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, the internet keeps going. Zarin got that sense when we were having a little prey back at the farm that the vats were bad.
Yes.
Bad.
Mm-hmm. That is bad.
They were made of the sorrow and the anguish of the people living here.
And I mean, I can't get much of a read on them because that's not really like the like touchy-feely aspects of like stuff isn't really my vibe. So I wouldn't necessarily, but I mean, I'm not getting any like raw regular arcane magic vibe off them. and I'm not really getting like a divine thing off them either, which is weird, right? So the idea that it's just misery in a bottle makes about as much sense as anything else right now. So,
John.
Yes.
I ask you because I think that everyone else would say yes. So I just want to make sure that I'm not wrong. Why don't we just ask our friend they can go in there, and we say, hey, can you go in there and smash those? And if they go, no, that's why I make a living, we say, well, you won't have a living if you don't do it.
Concerned. Like Jun sort of like does that bit of a dog tilt, and he looks at the lizard gentleman, distinguished gentleman.
I thought we couldn't. I thought he had got us as far. Hold on. This is Orla being confused now. I thought he got us as far as he could get us. I thought we'd reached the point where we're looking into the inner greenhouse.
How else does he get the green liquid?
No, that's a great question, but
I don't think he's the one that heard
not what he said earlier?
So
but he steals some for him and his brother. Can I mark? Was this as far as he?
He has been able to gain access to every single room in the greenhouse, bar that center.
Bar that one, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, so where is he drinking it from?
That's a great question. We could ask him that for sure.
Yeah, and then
I think we should.
I'll do this. I can.
Good idea, okay. Kobu. Jin and Kobu are just gonna go. It's a good idea. Let's go.
Hey, Mr. Shopkeeper, where are you drinking the green?
Well, he'll kind of look inside like the glass here towards those vats and he'll say, I'm not drinking that, but I am muddling up any green leaves and things into a fine paste and liquid, and we consume that. It's still green in color.
So are you trying to replicate the green goop?
No, it's just consuming green colors.
It's consuming green colors.
John, can I kill him?
Because like he picks up Kobu and sort of like holds him to his shoulder. It's like it's okay, my boy. It's okay. There's no need to be upset.
It's no different to consuming tomatoes in Cherrywood Farm or drinking bottles of yellow mead in the meadery. It's not coming straight from those strange-looking contraptions. It's still colorful.
Then why aren't you distributing this to the others in the town that need this?
Well, I've tried, but once one has fully succumbed to the effects LeBlanc has on you, it takes more than just one type of color to bring it back anymore. And as you can tell, the areas and people of Vibrance are quite disjointed. It's every man for himself.
Yeah, we were getting that vibe.
So you're saying a cocktail of all of the colors can revive people?
Well, again, it's never been done. It's more of an educated guess on my behalf. We see some people survive off one color. My brother and I, we survive off the green color. It stands to reason that if they're all mixed together, it could be something powerful.
And would you be able to do such a thing? If we gather all of the colors and give you...
If you can do that, yes, I'm certain to try. Out of scholarly curiosity, I would definitely give it a whirl.
It's the right thing to do as well, to save the town.
Indeed. It could be equally as dangerous. I don't know what it will do, but...
We got it there, bud.
So here's the thing. We are here either to break that vat of green goop or collect it in order to save ourselves from this madness and to redistribute it to the rest of the townsfolk. Are you going to stand in our way?
No.
Good, because this one here wants to kill you. And he puts Kobu down. I'm very happy that you gave us a positive answer.
Are you willing to undertake that task if we bring you each of the colors?
Indeed, I will certainly give it my best shot.
Wonderful.
And
I'm sorry, Kobu. There's no killing today.
Yet, my boy.
Not yet.
Boy.
Not this one. Not this one.
Oh, Kobu, you just got a bless from
I'm gonna save it to kill this guy after he finishes his potion making.
We leave the distinguished gentleman alone. He is with us.
Thank you very much, Selwyn.
I do believe we have a new objective here. Save the town by combining all of the colors and distributing it among the people. That's pretty much an army to go against LeBlanc.
Not even LeBlanc could stop that. Let him try.
Well, firstly, two issues. One, we just really haven't gathered enough of the colors that we already destroyed the bats for. I have like a single water skin of each of them. So not much of an army on one water skin. Two, you're making a lot of assumptions about when you grab a random person off the street, what an effective soldier they're going to be. I've watched a lot of very embarrassing tavern fights between people who thought that they could fight, and mostly they sort of flailed at each other until one of them threw up and passed out. And I'm just saying, maybe we just get a bunch of random people killed, you know.
And 1,000 ants will bring down an elephant.
I mean, sure, but do we have 1,000, or do we have like 200 people?
I wouldn't.
Who maybe don't know how to fight.
Mina doesn't understand when you dilute something, it gets stronger. Like that people we met that try to get us to buy into their business. They were like, by the way, the more dilute they get, the stronger it gets. So we can dilute the potion. It's going to get super strong. I believed them. Very convincing pamphlets.
I do believe that this individual might be able to replicate this. At least we can try.
Oh no, I'm not saying don't try it. I'm just saying like maybe that's like plan C.
For Kobe.
Yeah.
For Kobe.
We must quench this one's thirst for violence.
I'm just saying audience participation is always a risk.
Unless they're giving you bless.
Bless.
Or even better, a sub, that'll give inspiration.
Well, what are we doing? What's the plan? Are we going to try and get in there, pointing at the glass, or in there, pointing at the door?
I think we're trying to get in there, pointing at the door, to get in there, pointing at the glass.
Let's try the door, and if we can't figure out the door, because it's like I don't want to blow my good spells just on getting through a wall. If we can.
Oh, the lizard folk dude unlocked the door for you.
Yeah, he's already unlocked it like 10 minutes ago.
So we just go through the door then. I guess that's all that's it.
All right.
To adventure.
So, walking into this place, it's this like lobby area. All along the walls are kind of just decorated with like these kind of mosaic murals of like different animals, different plants, things like that. In the center of this room is a giant statue of a person just kind of tied to a tree with like kind of like they're being crucified, I guess, just arms outstretched, things like that. But there's different and it's a stone statue, and there's different kind of slots, like the size of a coin, all over their body. And counting them, you count 9 slots on this statue. And Gendry, where you are, you see a table with 9 stone daggers on them. Sorry, there are 10 slots of the statue and 9 daggers. And there is a little placard then that is kind of like on the base of this statue. It's not like on this, like, I suppose, for Jun or Zarin, it's probably about knee high. It's on like this plinth. And it says on that placard, those bound to this realm who attempt to flee will be hunted down and crucified to a tree. Through their blank will jab a knife to expedite their siphoned life. So there's like a blank space for like a word missing, should be. And on this statue then there is like a slot, coin-sized slot, where their temple is, their left eye, their neck, their heart, through the rib cage, one in the right thigh, one in the chest, one in the left hand, one in the stomach, and one in the right shoulder. So it's just kind of all over the place.
We put it in the right one. The correct one, that's where we put it. That's where we put it. Whichever one's the correct, that's where we put it.
I roll a correct check.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've played this a lot. It's called Pop-Up Kobold, and you have to try to put in the daggers. And the person who puts in the wrong dagger, then the kobold pops up out of the barrel.
I also just
Bite his throat.
point to note that there is a door here, there is a door here, and there is a door then to the east. So west, east, north.
Do we think this does anything? I'm going to start checking the doorways. I'm going to check this door to see if it's open, just to kind of check it to see if it's locked. I'm going to do it carefully, just in case it's like.
Do you want me to check for traps? I guess.
Yes, that one. There. Yes. Thank you.
I'm gonna check for traps on the door. I got a 16.
So it's a plain old wooden door with metal hinges. Doesn't seem to be trapped, rigged, or snared in any way. And Zern, it is.
You're a big guy.
Ooh. And it's unlocked. Okay, I'm not going to go in. I'm just going to check and see if it's unlocked. I'm not going to open the door.
Okay. Yeah, it is unlocked.
Then,
just by putting a little bit of pressure on the door handle, it goes down.
Okay, well, that door is unlocked, so I don't think it's for unlocking doors. Maybe check the other doors and see.
I mean, do you want to open the door and tell us what's on the other side? I'll be right behind you.
Let's open the door. And I open the door and push it up slightly. Look in.
Okay. You see this kind of like a trophy room. You see mounted heads along the walls, and you see a stone statue at the bottom. So you see like a deer, tiger, a bear, pig, and then you actually see a colored green dragon head just down here. And you see a statue at the end. And again, kind of maybe a little bit too far away to read what it says, but there is a placard like on the chest here, but its arms outstretched.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly but surely make my way in and approach the statue with the
Can I ask if the statue in either room is magical?
The statue in the room you are in is not, but the green dragon in the room Zarin is in is, and it would be, what school of magic would it be? Conjuration.
Hey, big guy. Heads up.
Yeah.
Don't go near the dragon head at all. At all. And if you see it twitch, run away.
Thank you for the heads up. And I begin to read the placard.
Okay. It says on the placard of the statue you're right in front of, it says, "The clue you seek, I'll never tell, unless the dragon's fed a pimpernel."
Does anyone have a clue what a pimpernel is?
Do we have a clue what a pimpernel is?
Oh shit, Orla knows, but I don't know that.
Yeah, like Craig knows, but
I'll take a nature check all around.
If we're saying Ben also knows,
know.
if we're saying it, Ben knows. Yeah, Makoba.
Yeah, like, I know.
Let's take a nature check all around.
So
anyone rolls higher than a 12, we're good.
There we go.
Anyone who rolls higher than a 12 knows what a pimpernel is.
There you
Awesome.
go. Joe knows. Mina knows.
Oh, cool.
Zarin
Well, Orla also
knows.
knows. So it's a type of it's a flower.
Yeah.
It's a really small, very very small flower. They're normally pink or red.
Pretty.
Everyone knows but Zarin.
Kobu is made of pimpernels.
Dive straight into his mouth. The key is me.
So we need this flower to give to the dragon, apparently.
Oh, that sounds very literal, friend. Riddles don't usually work that way.
Like we keep saying, LeBlanc is making it very easy.
Okay? No, actually, you've got me there. Fair enough. I do keep overthinking this, so fair enough.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little ground spreading flower. I don't know.
Do we see anything anywhere?
They start looking around the room. I mean, it's
I
a
look
stone
around.
room.
There are no plants in either room you've been
Silly
in.
Zarin, plants are outside. And go inside.
Bobo, I'm wondering, do you have the ability to, because I know you can do many things, but can you grow a flower?
Koba's going to think really hard. Because when you can't believe in yourself, when you put on your flowers, and you might just pop an acorn, but that's probably a better.
Yeah.
It's like a wee.
Yeah, I don't know if we have canon what type of tree Kobu is. I mentioned at one point that he bleeds maple, so we're just going to call
Maple
him
trees don't have acorns. I don't believe.
Yeah, he poops out a little.
Oh no! You thought so. He thought so hard that he pooped himself.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think this is one part of it. We need to find a pimpernel flower. I have no idea what they look like or what they are, so maybe one of you maybe help, but this seems to be a thing. It might be in other rooms as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Gendry will open up the doors in front of it, take a peek
Cool.
at what's going on in there.
Okay.
1 second.
No worries. This door is indeed unlocked, Gendry.
Nice.
And it's a hallway, so it's it has this little pillar in the middle. It has directions. It says straight ahead through here. This door is the aquarium, and this door down here is the greenery, the main greenhouse, and obviously the arrow pointing back is to the reception area.
If we're looking for flowers, I found the greenhouse. It's just through here.
And a point to note is that this door is heavily locked by like visible, huge like latches, kind of like cogwork, mechanical, that kind of thing. There's about 9 of them on the door.
On the greenhouse door?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is there by any chance exactly 9 of them?
There is by chance exactly 9 of them. Yeah, if you're stopping and counting.
in a bit of coincidences, are there exactly 9 of them?
Jin will open the last door then in the sort of upper right corner.
I'm just going to take a closer look at these locks while Jen's doing that.
John, there is a little sign on the door as you go up to it, and it says it's the butterfly room.
Oh, I like butterflies.
Opening the door, you see these small, like smaller kind of trees, not as small as like bonsai trees. They're like young saplings, would say, and there's butterflies fluttering around all over the place.
He's just gonna like raise his paw, his clawed hand, and just like catch one.
Yeah, one like just like lands on your.
It's so cute.
You can't see his smile because of the mask, but he's like, and he just starts walking around with this little butterfly in his clawed hand.
You do notice that there is a statue on the side of the wall, but other than that, it's just kind of shrubs and butterflies. It's a little bit humid in this room, but not too like uncomfortable or anything.
Is there anything like inscriptions on the statue or like a
There
plaquette
is.
as well? Okay.
On this one, it says, let me tell you now, number 8 is the left hand, it says.
What do you think, little friend? And just sort of flutters and it flutters away. Oh. And yeah, he just sort of keeps that in mind and he'll explore a bit further in this slightly humid room.
Yeah, you can see out the window here, and there is kind of like a back area to this greenhouse. You can see like a little pond and a bridge. You see an outhouse in the distance. But other than that, there's not really much else I don't think you can see. But there is like a beaten path from this outhouse over the bridge, and it goes off into the distance where you can't really see. But there is definitely a back area to this greenhouse.
Duly noted. Oh, it's so nice. It's like this is very quaint. Jin feels at peace. Like these little butterflies like just land on his nose or the tips of his ears every now and then. And he'll sort of meander off towards the bridge.
Oh no, that's a window. You can't actually.
Oh, that's the window. Oh shoot, sorry. He just looks at the pond.
Yeah, so it's another one of those like thick panes of glass.
Yeah.
You can only look out, but yeah.
Yeah, he'll head back out and to the main room then, in that case.
And I popped that little message in the chat there in case you guys forget, or you probably took it down anyway. But and it said on the placard, number 8, the left hand.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Jun, did you see any of these pimpernel flowers anywhere in there?
There was another statue just in there. It said 8 is the left hand. And there are quite a few butterflies in there as well. They're very, very pretty.
I'm gonna make my way over to the other door, I guess. Go in.
Yeah, Gendry's already in there, kind of having a look around.
Yeah, taking a close look at these locks. Do they look like there's no chance that the knives go in these locks, eh? They're made for keys.
No, there's no key slots in them at all. It's like these, so it's like these rectangular.
The knives go in the statue.
Yeah.
Well, also yes, but I wondered if maybe they also went in the locks.
They don't. So it is these like rectangular metallic things that are kind of secure the door to the wall. And you can see these like cogs and different like network of other metallic like bits kind of going from the locks or mechanisms, so to speak, like into the wall, and they're fed into an area you can't really see.
I'm gonna let out a frustrated sigh and place both hands on the door and cast Shatter at 5th level.
Okay. Roll 2. Is it like if it's an object, it automatically fails to save, doesn't it?
It's disadvantage on the save.
What is the save? What kind of? Like,
it's a DC 18 Constitution saving throw for this
dexy
door,
is
please.
this door?
It's a big door.
I was just gonna say, I was like, let's see how much Constitution the door has.
This door has 9 abs.
It has disadvantage on it, but I think a 3 is gonna do. Yeah, 3 is gonna certainly fail, I'm sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god.
33 points of thunder damage.
All off the dice.
You put both hands on the door, and it's just this eruption. You just see the door like furiously vibrate, and 33. Let's see, jeepers.
I love this. This is very Alexander the Great, the slices to the Gorgias knot situation. Like, just fuck your ancient puzzle.
Yeah, like
I will solve it with violence.
Get with the times.
Zarin is all for it. Yeah, smash it open.
Yeah, and I think like nearly half the locks.
Being a cheers.
About half the locks are going to break on that. They were fairly thick metallic locks, so 33 isn't enough to completely do the door in. But yeah, it's definitely going to get rid of, we'll say, 5 of the locks. 33 points damage is a lot.
Well, I mean, might as well give it another.
Oh my god.
I'll go ahead and roll a disadvantage again.
This time it'll be at 4th level because I want to keep some higher level ones.
Yeah, 10 isn't going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage, sir.
That's another 20 points of thunder damage.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, hitting it with another one of these like furious bolts or belts of that thunder. Yeah, like I mean, 53 points of damage is certainly going to take care of this door for sure. Yeah,
Satisfying.
and it just falls open with a heavy thud, revealing the area that you were trying to get to all this time.
There we go.
Now,
Good work.
yeah, no, I'm tired of these games. If we can just take the most direct route now, that would be lovely.
Again, just make sure your blood pressure is maintained. You don't want
My blood pressure
any
is
indigestion.
fine.
I know you have issues with your stomach. I don't mean to fret, but just be careful.
It's gonna be fine.
I think as you guys venture into this place, it might be a good place to take our very quick 5-minute break.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
If that is okay with everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Alrighty, so yeah, we'll take a quick break there. We're back in 5 minutes, and we'll see what happens when the guys finally get into the place they've been trying to get to this whole time. So
Brute forced it, literally.
yeah, like I mean,
Go
the
team,
perks have
go.
worked.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll be back in 5. Stick
Just
around.
team smash shit.
Mm.
Alrighty, we are back. Welcome back, guys. We just left it off with the guys entering the greenhouse. They kind of had a quick look around. And upon entering the main hall area, Gendry saw a very heavily locked door, got extremely just frustrated and shattered it into oblivion and knocked it to the ground. So here we are in the main kind of greenhouse area, where the guys could see from the outside but couldn't get through. Or, well, I suppose we'll never know. They never tried, but opted not to go through the warded glass. So you guys are now entering this open area. There is 3 pretty big trees kind of marring the outside area, just right up next to the thick glass that was kind of separating this area from outside. Then to your immediate kind of, well, your right or left hand side are the green tanks, which are, working away, pumping that stuff into the pipes down into the ground to God knows where. And yeah, here you guys are. That's pretty much up to speed.
Those signs that were in the ground that we could see from behind before. Can we see what they say now from the door?
How far away is that? No, you wouldn't be able to see it from like that 25, 30 foot away. I don't think. Be a bit too it's not an overly huge sign.
Okay, we'd have to get closer.
Not necessarily. Yeah, not being able to see it from where he is. Gendry's just gonna extend a hand and cast Mage Hand and get it to just pull that out of the ground, bring it closer.
Yeah. So the nearest one is right here.
Right.
Yeah, and it is light enough. It's only a little sign. Pulls it up and brings it closer to you. And on the sign, it says Combat Operational Botanical Unit Number 4.
Oh.
Hey, these trees might
no.
try and beat us up.
We did wonder.
They are very smooth looking. Almost mechanical.
I know, even if they hadn't looked weird, to be honest, I was just running off the assumption the plants were going to beat this up when we got here.
Thematically, it does make sense for sure.
Yeah, I mean, something.
I think we should assume at this point everything is going to try to kill us.
So, you just kind of, you just assume. If we could avoid
should we talk with Kobu before we step into this room with the trees that are about to fight us?
Question. Why do we go into the room? Sorry, I feel like maybe why don't we just not go into the room with the trees that will try to kill us? Maybe I missed something, but we could always just not,
I mean, yeah, I guess we don't actually have to step in there.
Because if we can see the plant from here, maybe you could do your magic hand thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to not get beaten up by a tree today. I have mixed feelings about attacking them.
To be fair, it's a combat unit. It's not actually a tree.
I mean, it could be like a. I said mixed feelings, not. I will fuck a tree up if it tries to kill me. Don't get me wrong, but I would rather not be in that situation to begin with.
Can you see anything on the tanks? Are there valves or spouts of some sort?
That's a good question.
You could roll a perception check if you would like, Gendry.
Sure. That's going to be an 8.
Yeah, maybe a little too far away. to notice all the finer
I'm-
details.
I'm gonna just stick my head over his shoulders. I can see above everything. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look out the window, look out the doorway, and see, and I'll do a little perception if that's alright. Boop, boop.
So you're kind of checking out the bats as well. Okay.
Yeah, that would be a natural 20. plus
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
You got the higher angle and everything. You can like see down. So they're the same, literally the same contraptions as the other places you've been to. Only this time the color is green. So they're again, there's no valves or spigots or spouts or anything. You have to crack her open to get your fill.
It looks like we are going to have to destroy these tanks if we want to continue, which obviously is what I want to do. But I'm trying to grow as an individual and include the group in the smashing decisions. So, are we smashing them or are we not smashing them? And the urge to smash them is like,
The smash meter is like,
I just wanna get some first. I wanna wait, that came out wrong. I wanna
Not the
hang
time.
on.
Not the time.
So-
There's only trees.
so
I know you said you'd
sorry.
fuck a tree,
Yeah.
fuck up a tree. Sorry, but
I mean,
it's not the
there's-
time.
There's a lot of that going around today.
yeah.
Look,
The old smashing.
I had a cousin once actually, but no.
That came out wrong.
I would like to harvest some of this green liquid into one of my now getting ludicrous number of water skins that I apparently had on me at the start of this journey that we're just rolling with. I didn't bring any magical items. I just brought a shit
I just
ton of
assumed you were borrowing
water
other water skins off other people because that's usually
Yeah,
a
I
staple
stole
thing
some
one
from
has.
Rick. Let's say
Oh,
I just
yeah,
have a
there we
bunch
go.
now.
Oh no.
That guy was nothing but nice to you all.
He
Now you're
did
still
nothing.
here. You
Oh,
don't trust
no.
him.
Look, what's he gonna do with water skins? He doesn't have any customers.
Yeah, well, yeah, you do.
He doesn't need them. Anyway, I have a bunch of water skins now, and I would like to fill one of them with green liquid, and then also drink some before you smash it. But other than that, I have absolutely no opinion about whether or not you smash it.
I do believe
I've been very pro Smash so far.
Yeah,
I
Gendry has
can't-
been the MVP for smashing things so far.
I can't see any valves or spigots or taps or anything on it from here.
But there never is any. I always just make a little gap between the metal and the glass with my dagger, and then I do go that way. That's how I do it.
Gentle tapping of
Yeah, sort of like
the
a little bit of
glass.
a leverage situation. I'm big into leverage.
Well, in order to do that, we have to go in.
yes, and
Yes.
that combat unit of trees might be an
Oh,
issue.
I've got a crazy idea, right? I've got a crazy
Okay.
idea. You're gonna,
I love crazy.
Zarin, you're gonna
ideas.
love this. Zarin, I want you to throw me at the vats.
Let's not do
You do the
that.
halflings.
Zarin is
Just-
already
just
picking her
fucking-
up. Zarin is
No,
already
no,
picking her
no.
up.
She's moved out of the way.
Zarin is already picking. As soon as the words are out of her mouth, he picks her up and full on fastball specials her at the vat.
Woo!
Let's get a dexterity saving throw from Mina
Yes.
as you are yeeted in the general direction of the green tank.
I would like you to roll a yeet check,
Yeet
please.
check.
Is it a saving throw or can I roll acrobatics?
This is going to be a saving throw because you.
Mark,
Yeah.
I know I'm not there, but I have a general sense of reality. I'm out with the
Oh
butterflies,
no.
but I have a natural 20 portent, which I'm more than
Wait,
happy
hang
to-
on. I rolled a 1, but I'm a half.
Oh, you've already
so it
rolled.
doesn't
Never mind.
count.
Then that's but you can take my natural 20 portent if you'd like.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
would,
right. We've
I
both
would
still got
love
one of
that.
those.
I would love your natural 20 portents. So
It's all
much.
yours. I'm out gathering butterflies, blissfully unaware of how many
Um,
trees you guys want to fuck up today.
Yeah, I would love a natural 20 on this dexterity check to just.
I would argue that a portent has to be for something that you can see.
Oh, that's
Okay.
that's fair.
I believe
fair.
it is. I believe it is.
Okay.
In which case, Gendry's portent will probably be the one that we use then.
Hold on.
You're more than
sorry, I don't
welcome
mean
to
to
mine
do
that
that.
20
That's fair.
portent.
Yeah, we both rolled a nice little nat 20 portent.
Yeah. I think Gendry is like, kind of going in this with like the confidence of someone who's like seen how this is going to play out.
Yeah,
And
he's seen
he's
shit.
he's like has already seen Mina make this landing and like stick it perfectly. So yeah, that nat 20 portent straight to your deck save.
If
Nice.
we're
Like
in a
I-
situation where we're both in the same place, you can just take mine. That's the. Feel free to use it. Just tell me as a player. I'm Ben. I'm using your 20.
I would like to. My goal here with this natural 20 mark is that I latch directly, like I land on the vat rather than on the ground beside the vat. That's the goal here.
Yeah, that's what I was actually going to do. If you had rolled beneath the DC, you were crashing into the vat.
Yeah, and that would have been also very funny.
But you do a kind of a superhero landing like Spider-Man on top of this vat.
Glomp.
Yeah, just like stuck to it nearly. But yeah, you're good to go.
Nice.
Well, first I flip off the trees and do a little victory dance on top of the vat. Carefully.
While you are doing said victory dance, the ground begins to rumble a little bit.
And then I very quickly take out my dagger and start working on the vat.
Go for it. Okay, let's get a sleight of hand check. And as you're rolling that, Mina, you're looking up. You see these kind of trees shudder a bit, and those 4 signs, or 3 now, because Gendry is holding one up above his head.
That's a 10. Not my best work.
Not your best work, no. You're taking a while to kind of like jimmy free that thing. And before this tree is a sign that says Combat Operational Botanical Unit number 3. This one says number 2. And then in the middle one where that mound of fresh earth was, it says Combat Operational Botanical Unit number 1, but there's no tree there.
Right. Okay.
And what happens next then, as you're still kind of working the dagger?
Fuck.
As you're working the
Have
dagger.
you just realized what Combat Operational Botanical Unit stands for?
As you're like jimmying open this tank, these trees begin to
Like
animate.
Orlando, Mina does not peg that.
And almost like emerging from the smooth bark itself are these wooden creatures that look like tree trunks, but fully formed with like arms and a head and the whole.
They look a little
getup.
familiar to me, perhaps.
Taller, much taller, and this
Yeah,
time
But
wielding.
I've been hanging out with
Yeah,
this tree
you've hung with trees before.
This is true. I had his cousin once.
These
and,
ones have swords and shields, and they're quite tall.
Unfortunate for me.
Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I always roll like dog shit for
That's
initiative.
cocked. And I got a tree. That's weird.
How did you get cocked on D&D Beyond?
I could take a picture
So
of it.
realistic.
It's vanished, but it's literally the side of the dice pointing upwards. Not on my
Did
screen.
you roll an actual dice?
No, that's on D&D Beyond. The dice itself, when it rolls. You know the way you can see the dice on D&D
Oh,
Beyond?
yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
you would think, because it's not a real dice, how is that? Why would it be
Dunno.
programmed to do that?
It's weird.
No,
Mine is not
Yeah.
coming up on the tracker for some reason.
it's
I can
Once
actually-
I would like
what did
to
you roll?
not roll.
I got a 16.
Great.
16.
Perfect, thank you.
Like I have a +3. Why am I always under 15?
Zarn, you need to go in there as well. You got a 3.
I got a +6, and I only got an 8.
Feels
Wow.
that
At
feels
the
really bad.
bottom of the initiative order in every single combat we've done, pretty much.
It's
It's
terrible.
Right.
usually somewhere near the top. Where I'm like, roll around, put up some forces, and
I have to sting
Look at
to
stuff in
them,
the room.
I guess.
yeah,
Is Kobo even aware that?
I have no idea.
No, he
Ah.
yes, he's with the
No.
pretty butterflies.
I
They're
went
so
into the room with the
nice.
butterflies while you were
Yeah.
knocking down the door. I was scared of loud noises.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Eagle eye viewers of this stream will notice that every
He
once in a while I'll just
loves-
move Kobo around the map. and
he
Mark
loves
notices it
setting
all the time.
things on fire, but he's afraid of
Yeah.
loud noises. That's like
Yeah.
loves violence.
Fire farmers and loud noises.
Love it.
Alrighty, so as these trees animate and draw these like enormous shields and swords, this one is going to make its way towards you, Mina. As it sees you are trying to do a thing. Is going to like just basically reel up with its gigantic blade and just bear down on you. For a natural 20.
Oh no!
This is
Woof.
Oof.
Big oof.
That
This is
feels really
fine.
bad.
I'm actually more resilient than you'd think. I have very high con.
36 points of slashing damage. Holy
36.
cow.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I've got 15 of those are temporary.
And that's a
so-
critical on the critical table, right?
I haven't rolled that yet.
Oh no!
Well, look. It'll be fine.
So let's get
80 minus.
100. That is a 1.
Oh my god.
It's just, yeah, you feel accomplished, but nothing remarkable happens. It's just a regular old crit.
Alright.
Ow. Okay.
Uh,
All right, Buster.
yeah, here comes attack number 2.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That's a 24 to hit
But yeah, no, that I actually. I have to. Oh, let me check. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
for a
Oh
further
my
21 points. of
God,
damage.
they hit like trucks. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
these things don't mess.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
Are you still up?
I'm up. I'm very
Okay.
tough.
Okay.
I'm very tough.
Resilient, yeah.
Okay.
Again, I don't have a lot of. I have a very limited skill set. But the things that I do well, and one of them is.
That's fair, yeah. That is all it can do. So, Jun, your turn.
Alright. Womp womp. This is what happens when you start throwing small people. It's just chaos.
I stand by this as a
Stuff all
plan. To be honest, it had merit.
It's like, you're not going to be standing up for long. So.
I'm fine. I'm
So, yeah,
barely
no.
bloodied.
It's good. It's fine.
Mina's just
Didn't-
like, I'm fine. Thumbs up, black eye, bloody nose, missing a few teeth.
Still trying to get into the fucking vat.
Yeah, no, seeing this happen, Jun is just going to reach for his glaive, which I'm flavoring as a Naginata, and going to bonus action Fighting Spirit. Gives me advantage on weapon rolls for this turn, and it gives me 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add that to my tracker right here.
Absolutely.
And he's going to close the distance. He's going to approach this tree fellow right here, and it's going to start attacking.
Okay, go for it.
And I have advantage on...
25 will do, yeah, for sure.
I just want to see if I can get a nat 20 on the advantage. Just
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, okay, it's going to be a 25 to hit.
25 will hit. Ooh, 14 points of damage, nice.
14 slashing.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's going to use his second action to attack again with advantage. Just do it again.
7 will
So close, so
Nice.
close. And yeah, it's going to be 11.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, it takes every bit of that.
And that's going to be my turn.
Alrighty. Mina, your turn. How are you feeling?
Fine. She's fine. She's fine. She could take maybe one more of those. So she is gonna. I guess I just have to keep going, don't I? I don't have to really. I just gotta keep
Yeah, we
trying
kind of
to.
committed, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
committed to
committed.
this now, so I'm gonna keep trying to get the liquid into my water skin.
Okay, okay.
Like this is where we're at now. So, well, no, that's dumb. I take that back. That's stupid. The tree's right on top of me, I assume.
Like, he's not... Yeah, he's like right in front of you. Yeah, he's,
As in, not range. is what I'm saying.
yeah, he's up in your grill. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna sacred flame the tree, I guess.
Okay.
So that's a dex saving throw.
Dex save coming at you. He's gonna roll a 10.
Aha! Excellent.
Bamboozled.
You've been bamboozled.
Excellent. So that is 14 radiant damage.
Nice.
And that's my action. And my bonus action is to Misty Step away. I'm gonna Misty Step over here behind this tank.
That's yeah, okay.
That's it. That's my turn. And then I'm gonna so I'm gonna like crawl right kind of behind into that corner, like behind that tank, and I'm gonna yell, "Plan didn't work! Plan didn't work!" And then that's it. That's my whole turn.
Kobu, you just heard Mina yell, "Plan didn't work."
There is a look of pure determination on Kobu's eyes. His eyes narrow, kind of sweat dripping down his brow. He rolls up his sleeves and inches ever so closer to this green butterfly, trying to get it to, just sort of accept Kobu as its new home. Understanding that odds might be somewhat better if it doesn't know exactly where it's going to land, Kobu's going to cast Mirror Image on himself so that there's more trees, hoping that the butterfly accepts it. It seems to be, aside from the daggers, which I also have my eye on, the only green thing I can take from here. So
there was the rug in the other room.
Yeah, I see the rug. But, so with the determination of the moment Kobu had to roll initiative, it was a completely different, almost Pokemon battle that's happening. That's why his focus is narrowed in completely separate too. But of course, at the end of his, I'm going to count because it's all 6 seconds. Timey-wimey. He will hear that.
Yeah, good. All right, so you're just casting the old mirror image.
Yes. Does this butterfly join me?
Persuasion?
Yeah, I think a persuasion check is in order.
Or almost intimidation, because it's like corralling this wee little butterfly.
I'm gonna, because I love when players do this to me as a DM. What about nature, given I'm a tree and I'm trying to...
Yeah.
I will say no more.
That's
23.
Nice.
It has accepted you.
It hits.
Yes.
And it's not even one of the mirror images. It accepted the original Kobu.
I immediately want to show Zarin, so I will make my way 5,
Look
10,
at the thing I did.
15, 20 feet this way. I've used 5 to get into the room, and I see Zarin. I'm like, and at the start of my next turn, I'll say my exclamation because that's probably about 6 seconds. Can I do anything with a bonus action? I don't think so. I have guidance. I also have other things like emboldening spirit or emboldening bond, but I forget to use them. I forget he's partly a cleric. He's wild.
You don't say. You would tell by the look of him.
He was grown different to the other trees. That's my turn, Mark. Thank you very much. I had a great time.
That's amazing.
That was beautiful.
That was very touching and poetic.
Brilliant.
Gendry, how frustrated are you right now?
Pretty. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Gendry hasn't had eyes on any of these tree creatures yet, but he's seen something take some pretty rough shots at Mina. So he's gonna get into the room. There we go, 10, 20. As soon as he kind of gets through the door, he reaches into his pouch and grabs a greater healing potion and kind of lifts the hand up, and the mage hand extends again, and he floats it over to Mina.
Sounds good.
That'll be the bonus action. And he's going to use the rest of his movement to get as good of a positioning on this as he can. And I think that I might not be close enough to get the last one. Nope, I'm good. And as soon as he gets there, kind of, shoulder to thigh with Jun, he is going to cast Bane at first level, and he's going to have all of these fine tree folk make wisdom saves, please.
On it.
Or charisma saves, sorry.
Okay, I'll reroll that. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, that's all fails, I believe.
Whoa.
Lovely. And so as long as he keeps concentration on this for the next minute, Anytime any of these tree folk make attack rolls or saving throws, they subtract a d4 from the roll number.
Nice. Love Bane. That's a great spell. Alrighty. Anything else for Gendry?
No, that'll be Gendry's turn.
Up next is Zarin.
So Zarin is going to run in to. Let's see what he's. Yeah, he's going to run to. I want to get these two lads down here in line with each other. So I can get them in line of sight. So I'm going to move a full 30 feet of distance here. If I move there, are they in my full line of sight? Can I see them?
Oh, you can see all of them. Yeah.
And he's going to cast. He is going to cast Agnazar's Scorcher at 4th level.
Nice. That's a great spell too.
And that is it's a dex saving throw. So a line of roaring flame. Let me just cast this modifier. So it should pop up on the thing. And it's just going to give the damage. They would give a dex save of 14. Or they take 25 points of fire damage.
Yeah, let's get that up. Dexterity save. So it's so is it just these two or all three? Did you say?
Well, I'm getting them in it's one straight line, so I can only get those two.
Okay.
I can't get the other fella included as
well. Both fail.
So they both take 25 points of fire damage.
Nice.
And then bonus action. How far? Yeah, Mina's in 60 feet of me, isn't she? Yeah, 40 feet. I'm going to turn and then cast Shield of Fate on Mina to give her a +2 to her AC.
Excellent. Well. Yeah, and you can see that this fire has burned an awful lot of the leaves and twigs and branches that are kind of stemming off the main body of these creatures.
Cool. And I call in to Ukobu's like, boy, if you come in here, shield your eyes from the fire. Just to kind of warn him that there's fire.
It's nice the Cobra runs out and immediately sees Zarin run in. He's like, wait!
Oh, I'm talking about this butterfly.
I'm more worried about the butterfly and these flames. Yeah. Through the butterfly into flames, I guess. But
yeah. So yeah, that's the end of my go.
That's Zarin. Okay. Let me see what's their movement speed again. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gendry, this thing is coming at you.
Fair.
So I will subtract 4 from this. Is it a D4 or just 4? I think it's a D4.
D4.
A D4 coming at you. That is 18 to hit.
18 to hit, eh? We'll let that one go through for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is going to be 21 points of slashing.
Okay. Still got 9 temps, so that helps. Not great, but okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have left all the wizards in the line of sight.
And then it's going to reel up for a second attack.
Oh no!
And a D4.
Where is your bodyguard?
For an 18 again.
Oof.
Well, the bodyguard's like right next to him, but
okay.
Unfortunate.
That's 19 further points of slashing damage.
All right. Oof.
And that is all it can do.
Lovely.
Yeah, this one, Zarin, is coming straight for you. It's not happy at all about being scorched.
We're good.
Actually, did that one have to roll a save against Bane? I'm pretty sure it does. Does it?
They all did, didn't they? They all did.
But like at the end of their turns, or no? Or is it just...
No, I think it's one and done, but let me double check.
Oh, well, you still have to roll a concentration check for both of those.
yes, that's
yes,
right. Yeah.
I absolutely do. Oh no.
Oh.
All right. That's one.
Success. Yeah, you're good. You're good. What is it with 18s today, huh? Alrighty, so yeah, we'll put that one aside then. And Zarin, these attacks are coming at you. Uh, 23 minus a D4. Wow, okay, so that brings it down to a 19.
That just hits.
All right. Here's the damage coming at you. 18 points of slashing damage.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke at 4th level.
Nice.
It's like,
How dare you hit me, you splinter?
and he takes 23 points of fire damage.
Damn. Yeah, you can see these flames just erupt around this this wooden creature, and it just seems to. It doesn't like have. Funnily enough, as you're looking at this thing, as you're looking at it like face to face, it has eyes and a notable like eye, or wooden eyes, ears, nose. But funnily enough, the mouth. There's a shape of a mouth, but it seems like the bark is like sealed it shut.
Ooh. I need to roll concentration for shield of faith.
Okay.
1 second now. Where's my save? Sorry, my D&D Beyond is frozen. What am I rolling for concentration again? Sorry.
Yeah. So it'll be just you have to beat a 10 for Constitution.
Constitution, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 20.
Yeah, you're
30,
good.
30
Fuck
20.
yeah. Awesome.
So Shield of Fate stays up. You
Nice.
still have +2 to your AC.
All right. It is going to reel up for a second attack.
Very good.
Rude.
Rude indeed. Oh, wow. 16. Okay, that's a low
No,
enough one.
swing out with the shield and bash it away.
Yeah, it was actually a 13 with the bane. So,
Lovely. Yeah, nothing.
okay. Next up then is the one that initially attacked Mina, and seeing Jun to its immediate right, it's just going to like bash its shield with its sword, come up with another swing, and bear down on Jun. Here we go. Minus a d4. Wow.
Oh, that's gonna miss.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. Let me see here. I think it will. Yeah, it'll just reel up again, and boom, attack.
Ooh.
Minus a d4 for a 19 this time.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, 15 points of slashing damage, but you are raging, so that is halved, I believe.
No, I'm not. I'm not raging. He didn't.
Oh, are you
rage.
not? Oh, sorry, I thought you
Yep.
said you raged. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well then that'll be full 15 points of slashing damage then. And yeah, that's all you can do. Back to you, John.
Wonderful. Yeah, no, he sort of pushes back to first strike with the Naginata, and then he just brings it back down and it clips him on the shoulder a bit, shrugs it off, and he goes back in, and this time he's going to what do I want him to do? There's so many choices, so many things I can do. All right, he is going to bonus action shift, and you see him. You see the hairs kind of bristle, and he takes down the mask, and it's just a more canine and wolfish muzzle with like the teeth. And I get 13 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And with that, he is going to bring down the glaive. Oh, 18.
Does not hit.
All right.
That is a miss. Well, you just meet the shield of this thing, and it just hits. It's nothing really. Just hear this loud bang. 27 on the other hand will certainly hit.
Nice.
Perfect.
For 6 points of slashing damage. Okay.
And you know what? He's going to action surge.
Ah, here we go.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
For 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And
Another
6.
Another 6 points of damage. Okay.
That's going to miss. Second one's going to miss.
That is indeed going to miss, yeah. But what a cool visual though! Like you deflecting the blow, take a scratch, like beast form, and 4 attacks.
Just this hail of like
Yes.
reckless hail of slashing with the
Alert.
muzzle.
Excellent. Anything else you can do, or is it everything?
No, that's it. That's his full turn.
Okay. Mina, it is your turn.
Well, look. We're in a...
Now you do have a mage hand with a great
We're in it now, kids.
hovering in front of you.
Is that an action though?
Administering a potion is an action. No, he no, it's there for you to take. I'll give it to you as a bonus.
Nice. Okay, yeah, then I will do that. What do I roll for that?
4d4 plus 4 for greater, I believe.
Yep.
Hey, 14.
14,
Nice. Nice. Okay, feeling a little rejuvenated, a little more bounce in my step.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up from my hiding place, and I am going to cast Guiding Bolt on the one that I hit before, I guess.
Nice.
On the one next to Jun, yeah.
Yeah.
Kobo's doing some math over there.
Wait, that's a 20 to hit?
A 20 does not hit.
Ooh, that's high.
20 does not hit?
20
Yeah.
does not hit.
Jesus.
Okay, well, I don't suppose I could have got advantage because it's flanked.
It's technically not flanked though.
I know that's not how flanking works.
That's not how
I do this for a living. Fuck. All right, that's a lot to do. That's also Mina's response.
These things are robust as hell. They're bulky,
Yeah,
tanky.
I hate this.
Mhm.
Mina goes fuck, and that's a can't say it's
fair.
It just
As they
floats
do.
back down behind the green
Yeah,
tank.
I'm back behind a fucking green tank. Like, absolutely fuck this, lads.
It's like when someone's behind a couch doing that pretend going down a stairs thing. That's me behind the green tank.
They'll
You
never
can't
catch me in the
see.
basement.
Excuse me. Peace out.
Kobu with your newly acquired butterfly.
Yes.
Yes.
Butterfree. I'm going to use all my movement to get to the door. That's as far as it gets. Immediately seeing the chaos, like Troy coming back with pizza.
Yes.
And everything is on
Fire
Sarah
everywhere.
is literally swinging the-
Instead of pizza, he's holding a butterfly. You know?
Like, look what I got. Mark, we didn't really discuss this player at DM. Do I recognize these things? I know they're trees, obviously.
They like, you know, Kobu is Kobu. These things look
They're
like
Kobu?
tall. They look like taller Kobus.
And everyone's fighting. Oh boy. Kobu knows when people aren't getting along that they need a timeout. So he is going to cast Wall of Force. But instead of a dome, I'm going to do I get 10 by 10 foot panels.
Yeah.
So if I have this right, and I can choose if the people are on the wrong side of it to shunt them, or like they get shunted to the side. So it's
So
going to be...
it's like a multi-angular kind of, what's the word?
Yeah. I'm hoping panel 1,
That's
panel
what he was
2,
doing.
panel 3, panel 4, 5, 6. I need to move our turn order. 7, 8, 9, and then